You woke me up about my sleep for this, and you literally did what you was gonna do anyway. And we having a whole 1-2 hour conversation about it. I'm trying to, help you navigate through this thing, and I told you exactly what you should do, but you did what you wanted to do anyway. What's up, Sweet Startup Squad? Welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome to my channel. Today, I want to talk about something very important, okay? Stop telling people all of your business. Keep some stuff to yourself. Trust in God. Some stuff you just got to let go, let God pray about, and not speak about. Sometimes we can block our own blessings by blurting out all of our business because everybody is not rooting for you ultimately. It's sad, but it's very true. Some people, when you tell your visions and your goals and your plans to and your dreams, some people pray that does not come into fruition for you. Some people pray that does not happen to you. Some people pray that this does not go through. Some people doubt it. Some people actually bet against you. They'll tell another person like, hey, Star says she gonna make it off this little YouTube. I don't think that's gonna, I give her 3 months. Then she gonna stop. She ain't gonna be doing the videos no more. You will be surprised how people talk about you behind closed doors. You will be surprised how people talk about you to the being or the person or the thing that they worship. You will be surprised how people talk about you to your other friends or their other friends. So sometimes, or all the times rather, it is best to keep your plans and your goals private. It's best. Like, if you know you have something major that you're working on, wait until that's complete and then share it. But stop giving all of your thoughts out in the open to people, right? And that especially goes with relationships, If you going through something with your dude, this and that, I get it. You want to get on the phone and tell your girlfriends. For my fellas, I get it. You want to talk to your homeboys about it. But at the same time, be careful with that too. Because if your homeboys know she a thot, they might be trying that. And this ain't nothing new. We heard plenty of stories where your homeboy trying to get on with Shirley on the low. And he telling her that you ain't right for her, right? He telling her that you doing her in, you dogging her, you cheating on her. And then he try to slide in there. You know what I'm saying? It just gets crazy. And the same thing for you ladies. It's a lot of friends, right? Girlfriends that we got. And they want to know how good is that man being to you if you still staying and you going through all this and you know exactly what I'm talking about. So stop. Sometimes they think like that. They don't think of the turmoil that you've been in. They don't think of the trauma that person put you in. They just think about the physical being. They think in we're going to be demure about this, right? That's a new word of the week. But they think about it in an unpleasant way when you talk about your spouse and they're thinking about their own satisfaction instead of the reality of what's really going on and how that person is hurting you. This does not go for everybody, but a lot of people it does go for. You feel me? So you just got to be mindful of that. Hey, and when it comes to your plans and your goals, your vision, your dreams, have you ever been... People don't really care about you for real. That's what I'm getting at. Like, the person who's going to care about you the most is God. For real. Because when people going through their own funk, like, have you ever been talking to somebody about the things that you're going through? You putting on your business, you laying it out on the line, and their response to you venting, they start talking about themselves. I had a person like that, and not necessarily in a romantic relationship, but I could be venting to this person and they would just start talking about their own shabam, their own problems. Like, we all in the boat. At least you ain't on, what I'm going through. And it's just like, it still affects me, the level that I'm at right here. But they undermine that because they feel like their ship has sunk lower and yours does not matter. They need to be saved themselves. They can't care too much about what you got going on, right? Or have you ever been around somebody and it seems like all they do, be careful about people who tell all their business. All they do is tell all their business. All they do is talk about woe is me. A person who tells all their business, baby, I hate to say this just in case if you didn't notice, but they have no problem at all telling all yours. Okay? A person who tells all their business has no problem at all telling all of yours. If they talk, they got loose lips, more than likely they're talking about your business too. So you need to be very mindful when it comes to that. Have y'all ever been on the phone with somebody, speaking of people being nonchalant and not caring about what you're going through because they're going through their own shabam? Y'all ever been on the phone with somebody and you venting, you telling them, and you got to keep pausing your story though, right? You got to keep pausing your story because they always talking to somebody in the background, yelling at the kids, talking to their boyfriend. Oh, go ahead, I hear you. And then you could be venting about something so serious, like, yeah, man, my cuz, he in the hospital, this and that, and hold on, Star. Yeah, so sometimes they don't even tell you, hold on, they just start talking. Did you put them bees on the stove? I thought that's what I was smelling. Go ahead, girl. I hear you. And you talking about some deep stuff trying to vent to them, but they do not care because it has nothing to do with them. I had a friend like that, and I stopped telling that friend my personal business because it's just like they ultimately did not care. But whenever they want to vent, they didn't care if it was 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. I was the friend who was an open ear, but everybody cannot reciprocate that same friendship. Everybody can't be the type of person that you are, in return. And it's sad, but it's true. You can't find you in everybody, baby. Right? Different people have different capacities. And that's what we need to do. We need to start creating boundaries to the point where if people even ask us about our business, we're able to draw that line and not feel comfortable crossing it, getting too deep into our own things. And also, y'all, we need to set boundaries as far as when people tell us all their business and they want to pour it on us. That can get very draining. If you do have that type of friend, I understand you want to be there for your dog. I get it. But at the same token, if it's draining you and it seems like they're not trying to do anything to change that situation, they just want you more for a venting ear, or even worse, they want you to play therapist and tell them exactly how they should run their life, exactly what they should do on every single situation. That gets draining. Baby, I can't control your life. This is not a Sims video game. I can't tell you what move you should make next when you wake up in the morning. Ultimately, that's up to you. And then make it even worse, taking a step further. Have you ever had one of those friends where you still try to give them advice to navigate through life, right? And then they still do what they want to do anyway? Like, what is the point? I had a friend call me up early in the morning. It was about a whole situation. I'm not going to get into it, but I gave that friend advice, and then the friend ended up still doing what they wanted to do regardless. And it was just so irritating. Like, you woke me up about my sleep for this, and you literally did what you was going to do anyway. And we having a whole 1-2 hour conversation about it. I'm trying to, help you navigate through this thing. And I told you exactly what you should do, but you did what you wanted to do anyway. That's why we have to stop that at the door and tell them we do not have that capacity to go into things like that, because it drains us. And we start worrying about their problems deeper than they even worry about their own problems. Can I get an amen? When we care so deeply about a person, we care more about their problems than they even care about the problems. And then next thing you know, we can't get no sleep at night. We sit here lethargic and things, and they moving on about their day. They done forgot about it. Seriously, they forgot about it. They moved on. And then we expect updates. Have you ever had a person who put you in their business, but they don't give you updates? Man, there's a lot of people on Facebook like that. That post and delete type person. They post something, they go all out, and then they turn around and delete it, right? Or the person who puts you in a drama. They get you all hyped for it, like, oh yeah, this is so serious, this is an emergency. But then when you want to update, they ain't trying to give it to you. Man, be careful with them people. Cut it off. Let them label they stay. You can still be cool with them. You can still be friends with them. But just let them know that you have a boundary and your capacity only holds so much. I can't go through that hell. One of my biggest pet peeves is when people say never mind, or people halfway tell a story and they don't want to continue. They don't want to give an update. Don't put me in it then, right? Because I don't even want to get tied up in it. And then sometimes I don't even want them to give me an update. I don't want to invest my time and my energy into this because I know that it's just going to ultimately piss me off. If I feel like you ain't supposed to be with dude and you keep telling me, A, B, and C, what he done did to you, I don't even want to update. Just leave him alone, bro. Like, that's my ultimate advice. Just leave him alone. I don't even want to update about what he done did now, because I knew he was bound to do something, right? It's really crazy out here. But back to your business. When it comes to your business, man, stop telling people. And then these spouses too, like, if you with a jealous spouse, you're supposed to let them go right at the door. I'm just going to say that. But a lot of people just going to have to see you when it comes to your come up, because spouses can be jealous of you, very jealous, and they can be secretly jealous of you. And I'm not saying keep your spouse in the dark, but it's just have some So have some hobbies and some goals and dreams and things that you're working on. Just have something for a piece of you. You know, something you ain't gotta express. Because I tell you this, if you got a dream and you know you have that type of spouse that's not gonna think a big deal of it, if you got a I believe it when I see a type spouse, it can possibly ruin and crush your whole energy towards this project if they're not just as excited about this project as you are before it even happens. So that's why you have to be careful with people like that. You got to be careful with dealing with people like that. You got to be careful with telling random people and friends and family, even family. Let me tell you a quick backstory. All right. My dad, I have a military father, right? So he's like a man's man. And I am doing my own little shabam. I'm making my own income and on the side. And I'm also homeschooling my children. And I'm going back to school myself. It's just, I got my own little shabam, right? So my dad, I want to go back into teaching, right? Before I did radio, I was a preschool teacher. And I would like to return back to preaching. Oh, Lord. Maybe that's my calling. Okay. I'm stumping my feet. Y'all can't see me, but yeah. I want to go back into teaching. And he knows that, right? So when I first told him about teaching, and I don't owe you a life update, but if you must, when he makes me feel sometimes as if I'm not doing enough. And I like to sit at home and enjoy my rent. Like I take my kids out. We do plenty of activities and things in that, but essentially I am a stay-at-home mother, and I have been on the working field. I just had 2 jobs during the summer. I had a day job and I had a night job. I was working like clockwork, but at the same token, now the school has started back up for them. I'm chilling, I'm at home, I'm at school, I'm making my money on the side and everything. So my dad, getting back to this, I want to go back into teaching, but I want to be a substitute. That way I can make my own schedule and only go a few days out the week. He came over to my house today, and the first thing he literally said is, hey, how you doing, this and that. He came and sat down in my living room, and he was just like, yeah, I don't know how that teacher thing gonna go back, come out, work out. You might as well choose something else, because I used to be a teacher back in the day, and I absolutely hated it, especially the way that kids and stuff are today, and that's just not the right career field for you. How you gonna tell me what's the right career field for me, sir? How you gonna tell me? Right? I got mad. How you gonna tell me what's the right career field for me? That's the crazy part. So you just came up in my house, and discouraged me from doing something I told you I had my heart set on. I already homeschool. Like, I love teaching. But you just came in here and told me that's not the right field for me. It's like you have to approve of my type of job. So then I said, Father, can you hear me? Okay. I need your love today. No, seriously, this is a song about God, but ultimately it's about my daddy too for right now, because I need your love. I need your support. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I need your love and your support. I don't need that extra crap that's coming out your mouth right now. You just need to support me. And I get it if he would just want the best interest and he was just trying to holler at me like, well, the teacher field, this and that. But it's my career, right? You have a problem with everything. When I essentially first started music, he had a career a problem with that when I did radio. So I don't have to live my life trying to please you or things that you would have chosen in your path, is what I'm trying to say. So this is what I did, and I regretted it. And I'm glad that I'm going to mention this during this vlog. I showed him my phone, and I was just like, yeah, Dad, well, right now I'm doing a vlog and it's doing pretty well for me. So I showed him my phone. I'm like, I made these 3 videos about a week and a half ago, and all 3 of them hit 1K. And I showed him my payout. I got my first $100 payout. Like, I was this close to getting a $100 payout, and I finally got it. So my first YouTube check is coming. So I told him that. And then he was just like, before I showed him though, he was just like, I don't know how much that YouTube pay. I don't think too much, but I tell you, I do know how to make $1. I do know a little bit about money. So I showed him my payout, right? And he got quiet real quick, because he don't know how long it took me to make that 100, y'all. So he just thinking, oh, you got this on a few videos. The gag is, I've been doing this, So it took me a long time to get that 100. Anyway, yeah, he was just real quiet. And once he left, I just felt I kind of felt like I betrayed myself. I kind of felt like I did too much to prove to him that what I got is something good. I kind of felt like I revealed my blessing to him before my channel even took off, which I do have to repent to God for that. I felt like it was too early you got to remain humble through this whole thing. You know, I was just trying to show him that, Dad, I am making money outside of the money that you know about. But it wasn't my place to do that. What's my place to do it is when I become a huge, big, popular YouTuber and I'm making a lot of money and then he see me with a brand new car, brand new house, okay? That's when it's like, let God's blessings speak for itself instead of trying to show somebody your bank account. So yeah, I felt real goofy for doing that because he ain't never, I don't care how broke I call him or insinuate, he's never going to open his phone, go to his app and show me his bank account. He's never going to do that. So yeah, I felt guilty. I felt like I was just doing so well. Sometimes people would enter your home and then just make it uneasy. And I knew it was uneasy because as soon as he came in my house, I put my cat up in the cage, y'all. This might be a little too deep, but shout out to my spiritual people. Nah, for real. As soon as he came in my house, and this is my dad's first time actually inside of my house. My son gave him a tour and everything because this is a new house. I just moved in here not too long ago. But as soon as he came in, I had put my cat in my cage. And I told him I had a cat so many different times through conversation, but he keeps on... I guess he just don't care. Like, I got a younger dad. Like, he older, but he younger. So it's not like he memory loss or nothing like that. He's still cool and tip top shape, military. But he just don't care about other people's needs to a certain extent. So when he came in, he was just like, you got a cat? Like, ugh. And I'm like, yeah, yes, Dad, I've been told you I had a cat. But y'all, my cat was in his cage and I have a really cool, laid, chill back, nice, friendly cat. I love my cat so much. I adopted him a few months ago from the animal shelter and he came up to me and like cuddled me. Like, that's how I knew he was the one. But y'all, my cat started wowling when my daddy got in the house. He was, and I'm like, what's wrong? Something wrong. He don't even be doing all this. He was wilding. So I'm like, Dad, what type of, I don't know that he was wilding. But look, my house though, y'all. He finally complimented me on my house. And I got my house back in March. Yeah, I got my house back in March, y'all. And he discouraged me from getting this house. He was talking about the neighborhood. He was talking about he didn't like the way the house looked. It was too old school. Now, I do have an older built house, but I absolutely love it because I love my antique vibe to it. But once he walked inside of my house and he seen the way that I had it decorated and everything like that, he was just like, his jaw dropped. He was just like, oh my gosh, like you got you a really good one. Wow, this house is really big. Like, he was complimenting me, but he discouraged me from getting this house in the beginning. He went with me to look for the house when I did the walkthrough. No. He didn't ever come in with the walkthrough. He went with me to look at the outside of the house before I contacted for the walkthrough and to sign the paperwork and things like that. And just the outside of it, he was just like, nah, this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. I don't like it. It's not for you, it's for me. And when I did that walkthrough, he did not come with me to do the walkthrough, right? Because he was so turned off from the house. He didn't like it. And I absolutely love this house. I fell in love with it as soon as this is a huge 2-level, 5-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, okay? And I absolutely loved it. And it's just the fact that my dad was hating on me on the low. I'm gonna talk about it, this is my channel. I love my father, but at the same token, I have to do what's best for me. I can't always take off at his decisions because I'll be living, he'll be living his life through me. And that's not my journey. You know what I mean? And I'm bold enough to step up and say, Dad, this is for me. This isn't for you. So, yeah, now that he actually see the inside of the house, it's like he chewed back and ate back his words, but he was trying to get me to pick something completely different just because originally it wasn't his style. But now that he see the inside, y'all, he just like fell in love with it. And that's crazy. It's crazy how that's back in March and now it's August and it took you this long to visit your daughter's house when you only stay about 15 minutes away. Yeah, he never came in the inside. He always stopped at the outside real quick or. But yeah, that's my story, y'all. This, I know it's a TED Talk. Thank you guys for listening. But you got to stop telling people all your business. And I brought up my dad's story just to show. I feel really bad about showing him my YouTube payout because that was really none of his business. I should have just let him see it when the money start coming in. Just let him see it where the money reside. But I didn't have to show proof that I'm making moves. Like, I'm a 30-year-old woman and I take care of my children. My children are essentially the only ones in my household that matters. And I don't have to prove anything to anybody else. I don't have to prove to anybody that I'm taking care of my kids and I'm doing this and that. I'm an amazing mother. Nobody can ever take that away from me. And he knows that as well. He never shamed me of that. But let's normalize when a person has a good living situation and I'm very stable. That's the word I'm looking for. Don't make it like I should be doing more. When it's my time to do more, God will bless me with that, right? And I am doing the work for it, but I'm working at my own pace. With 2 kids right now in my situation, I can't just jump up and get a full time. And during school time, I cannot do that. And I'm okay with that, right? So wherever you at, I know this video is all over the place, but whatever your situation is, your living situations, and I really want you to hear me on this. You are doing the best that you can for you. You are in the path right now that you're supposed to be. The older version of you, 5-10 years from now, is going to thank you that you lived comfortably instead of stressing out where you was going to be at that point. The older version of you is going to thank you that you enjoying life right now. You're enjoying it. And you're not going to let anybody or anything make you fear yourself in the future. Because that's what people ultimately try to make you do. They try to make you feel fear of the version you will be in the future. Like you won't be wealthy enough. But wealth does not define happiness, right? Get your education up. That's something that someone can never, ever take from you. They can't take that from you. And baby, that goes a long way. But until then, whatever type of plans you have for your future, keep it to yourself. I love you guys. Be sure to like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe, y'all. I really couldn't do this without y'all. I'm very surprised that my channel is taking off. Welcome to the Sweet Starter community. You are officially a part of the Sweet Starter squad. You are an elite employee. I appreciate all of you guys. If you have video suggestions, I do give shout outs. So put your comment down below in the comments what you want me to talk about. And if it's a little bit too personal, send me an email at theiconicradioshow@gmail.com. I do a segment called Dear Star. For example, this one woman, she wanted to remain anonymous. So she sent me an email and she said, well, how do I feel about dating during pending divorce? And y'all know I have lived, right? So I used to be married. And I put, if you look under my playlist, it's called The Iconic Radio Show, Dear Star. And then you see, should I date while getting a divorce or something like that? It's titled. So you could go watch that video. But yeah, y'all, if you wanted to be anonymous, I have no problem at all doing it as well. Y'all coming in clutch. I love y'all so much. I see the requests coming in. I have a few video updates that I have to do and tag my subscribers in it. So also, you need help with letting that dude go. Order my book. It is on Amazon now and the price is low. I reduced it for y'all. It's $5.99. I made it affordable. I understand times are hard. It's many reasons to leave that boy alone. It is filled with 120 blank pages so you can write on each line your reasons, your list, check it twice, and you're going to understand if that dude is naughty or nice. Is that somebody you should give a second chance to, or if that's somebody who you should leave alone. Write out your list, and every time you tempted to call that person, you put it under your pillow and you remind yourself why you prayed your way out of this, right? Also, I got y'all fellas too. Many reasons to leave that chick alone. Same shabam with the 120. You can write your list. You can put it under your pillow, check it twice, and you know if that female is naughty or nice. I feel like this is something that I wish that I had, back in my day. Even though I'm only 30. I wish that this is something that I had back in my dating days. And now that I am here and I'm not dating right now, I could still write it down of my most memorable relationships or my most toxic, write it down, and I know what to look for differently in my kingdom spouse. When my kingdom spouse, is revealed to me, I will know it's him from the different type of dudes and realizing this guy ain't nothing like them at all. So it's a good thing to, even if you're not currently dating, you would know what you want in the future if it happens for a future kingdom spouse to be presented to you. Love you guys. Till next time. Sweet Start 'em out. Bye.